Hi, and welcome to Focus on Crestview. I'm Dennis Mitchell, President of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined with my co-host this morning, Mary McBride, General Manager of Okaloosa Title and Abstract, and who is also our newly minted President-elect for the years 2015-2016 presidency, and you'll be the President-elect in 2014-2015. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Marion's known far and wide in Okaloosa County. She has an office also up in Crestview as well as here in Fort Walton. And this morning we are delighted to have as our guest Embry-Riddle University, the Aeronautical University, as a matter of fact, and Ashley McCollum, the Associate Campus Director, is with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are things going?
Well, very well.
Well, I tell you what, I've got some questions that I just have to get answered about Embry-Riddle. Now, that's a very famous name in education, aeronautical education, but is it true it's just a university over in Daytona and somewhere out in the desert, or is it actually a lot more places?
Definitely a lot more places. Embry-Riddle has three different main departments, really. We have our residential campuses in Prescott, Arizona, and Daytona Beach, Florida, and then we have more than 150 campuses worldwide that are satellite locations, three of which are in our local area here in Okaloosa County, and then we also have our online department.
150 locations, it sounds like an empire more than a university.
Worldwide.
Well, we like to think that we're always growing and meeting the needs of our students, so our campus has grown tremendously over the years.
Well, that's great. Well, all organizations, I guess, have marketing issues, and they're trying to make sure they get the right foot forward to make sure people know who they are and what they are. And so at Embry-Riddle, do you have the opportunity, besides just the aeronautical, do you have other kinds of programs that you are involved in?
We do. Embry-Riddle started off as a flight school in Daytona Beach, but now we offer programs in engineering, we offer programs in project management, we have an MBA in aviation, so we do a lot of things that incorporate corporate management and corporate aviation into our programs. We also have programs that involve maintenance, so we do hands-on aircraft mechanic classes, things like that. And we offer full associate's, bachelor's, and master's degrees.
My goodness, a full-fledged program in several directions.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this a little bit about how long has the Crestview office been opened up?
We've had our Crestview campus for a little over 2 years. We opened in March of 2012 and opened our doors, began just having a few classes there, but have gradually grown. Now we're offering sometimes 8 to 10 classes a term every 9 weeks, and we just continue to grow. We add more students to our campus every week.
The growth has been good up there. I hear a lot of chatter about Embry-Riddle's programs. I talk to a lot of folks up there who are involved in it. Either they're going to the program or there's somebody in their family's going to it. And we're going to find out some more a little bit later on in the show about how those programs actually work. But for you, how long have you been in the area?
I've been in the area since 1989. Moved from Shalimar to Niceville to Crestview, but I've been with Embry-Riddle for a little over 7 years, moving again from Eglin Air Force Base Campus to our Hobart Field Campus, and then ending up now in our Crestview location.
Right, now y'all have been at the Eglin Air Force campus for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the exact years, but we've been around for a very long time. In fact, I met a student at the Triple B the other day who had graduated from Eglin in 89 or something.
So he's been there.
Yeah, he is a
My
long-time alumni.
Well, you probably have alumni scattered all over the world by now, don't you?
We do.
Gracious to you. Do you ever have any opportunities to have your alumni gather in a more traditional school formattings?
It's on some occasions. A year or so ago, the president of our university came to Pensacola and had an alumni gathering where local staff and alumni that are in the area could get together and hear about things going on with the school, the university as a whole, what kind of advances we're making in technology and research, and just hear a little update on how programs are doing overall.
Well, great. Well, we'll ask you to stay with us for the next section when Mary and I are talking some more to Ashley here about find out more details about the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Thank you very much. Stay with us.
When this hospital system needs to manage the care and information of nearly 1 million patients, Cox Business is there. When experts a world apart are needed in one place, we're there. And when visits need to happen well after visiting hours, we're there too. With a $16 billion network, Cox Business powers healthcare. We're there for your business too.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
Take my hand and start a brand new day.
Underneath everything we are all people. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
So glad you could join us here for the second segment. I'm Dennis Mitchell with the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm joined by our co-host this morning, Marion McBride.
Good morning.
And we have been talking to Ashley McCollum, who is from Embry-Riddle University, Aeronautical University, I might say. Okay. And they were our breakfast sponsor for April. We had a great program. I loved the airplane balloons. They were just outstanding. We had a lot of fun with the decorations
Very
there that morning.
favorite.
Lots of good stuff going on. But the Embry-Riddle program is a large international program. They have 150 or so locations around worldwide locations, and they have thousands and thousands of graduates by now. So we have a lot more to learn about Embry-Riddle, and we are going to be sort of grilling Ashley here this morning in a good way.
All righty, Ashley, so nice to have you.
Thank you.
This is very dear to my heart, okay, because I went back to school when I was 37 for 10 years, work full time. So is someone ever too old to go back to school?
Definitely not. We have students that do come to us right from high school, but the majority of worldwide students are comprised from students who are working full-time jobs and taking classes with us at night. So Embry-Riddle Worldwide was really designed for the working adult. Our programs are designed for students who already have professional experience, sometimes hands-on, like through FAA certifications, pilot's licensing, or maintenance licensing, or military experience. So they may have been doing a job in the military for years and years. And our programs are designed to complement that. So we offer the
Designed
education.
to help the people who are older.
Correct. We have the education side to go alongside of the hands-on experience that they already have. So our programs we do classes at night to complement their daily work schedule, and they're usually only one night a week, so we understand that they have families and things that need their time as well. And we run short terms, 9-week terms, so everything is designed around a student who already has a very busy life, and we want them to be able to succeed in our classes as well, without completely taking away from their personal time they might spend with their family. So
how easy is it to get into Embry-Riddle?
It's fairly simple. We do have requirements. Embry-Riddle is regionally accredited through the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. So we do have standards that we follow. But as far as an undergraduate student, we mainly require a certain GPA, 3.0 GPA if they're coming out of high school, or a 2.5 GPA from other college credit courses. And we look at their transcripts from any college they're coming from or their military records. and then they apply. It really only takes a few weeks once we get all the documents that we need to get them admitted. And you can be admitted anytime throughout the year. So there's not a specific admissions time that we accept applicants and have a cutoff date. We're taking applicants all year
all
long.
the time. So why would someone want to get a degree if they've already employed?
A lot of times what we find with some of our corporate connections, like at Boeing or L3 Crestview Aerospace, is that students are employed, they have the hands-on experience, but in order to move up the chain of command into, say, a management position, they lack a degree of any sort or a degree in a specific area. And so our program provides them with a way to
move up.
move up the chain.
Thank you.
Well, the issue, we were teasing a little earlier about having 150 locations, but it is big business. And in fact, secondary education is big business. So the competitiveness out there is obviously strong. Okay, you have a unique, perhaps, position with the aeronautical side of it, but you are also bringing in what I would call the average degree-seeking person, usually a little bit older. So how do y'all compete on the worldwide stage competitively to get these students to fill your classrooms?
Well, we do offer, like Marion and I were discussing, the programs that are designed for the working adult. They're not just day classes that students attend Monday, Wednesday, Friday and have to take time off of work to go attend like you normally would at a residential campus. Our programs are also, we give a lot of transfer credit for prior experience, like military training that has been evaluated by the American Council of Education. So that kind of credit gives them transfer credit so that they can come into our programs and not have to start at the very beginning. So it's very military friendly and professional experience friendly that they can come in partway through. Many of our transfer students will come in with military experience and only have 2 or 2.5 years left to finish a bachelor's instead of 4, because we can give them so much credit because our programs very well relate to different career fields in the military. But we're not just specific to the military. We do offer programs in aviation and aeronautical science, but we have the management degrees as well. And so we do compete well with the other colleges, especially because we are worldwide. If a student starts a program with us here in Crestview and they move to Minot, North Dakota, we have a campus there. And so they can just pick up and take their degree right with them, and they can attend our campus there in Minot and not miss a beat. And they can also, we have students in Korea, there's no campus there, but as long as they can email me, we do advising and they can take online classes. So that flexibility is very, very complimentary to students to be able to take their degree with them wherever they go.
Well, sounds very efficient. Now, the other side of that is the younger student, and I have a history of being involved in not only the older student, but also the dual enrollment. Tell me a little bit about the dual enrollment programs that you have going.
We do have the Okaloosa Aerospace Academy. It currently is teaching classes at Crestview High School and Choctawhatchee High School, and that program, the students can take up to 24 credit hours of college credit courses. They're Embry-Riddle classes, usually lower level, freshman, sophomore level introductory courses in aviation and aerospace and engineering that the high school students can take as electives right there in their own classrooms.
And I'll bet Bob Jones at Crestview High School had a lot to do with that, since he loves to fly.
He is a great supporter of our program. So those students have a great opportunity to be able to find out what we offer and get a taste of what the degree programs might be like. They may think they are into airplanes and interested in that, but this gives them an opportunity early on in high school to be able to flesh that out and see if they really do like that. And then they get the college credit that they can take with them. So if they graduate and continue on to any program, they can take those courses with them and apply them to one of our degrees. Or if they go somewhere else and decide aviation's not for them, they still have credit that can be used as electives elsewhere. So it's a great program.
Well, I know the parents usually like the dual enrollment because that is very efficient-wise for sending your child to college. It's a great program, a great way to do it. And as you said, it gives them a little bit of early orientation. A lot of times it's been a shock for somebody who graduates from high school and never had any college experience, which was pretty much the way it was back in our day.
Right.
And you'd go there and you had sort of a lost period there. But now, of course, with this program, dual enrollment enrollment program can probably get some really good footing before they take off into a more committed part of their life. Well, that's absolutely terrific. Well, we have learned a lot about Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University today. And not only is it worldwide, but it's also very local, and we are very proud of you being here. You're an important part of the economy here. Not only do you have students that come here, and that's a transaction, but the folks that you put out, they probably have a propensity to stay here and work here. As you said, you mentioned L3 and some of the other folks around here. So we really like to see that come on to help strengthen the regional economy over here. Well, I thank you so much for not only being our sponsor this last month, but also for meeting with us today and letting us in on a little bit of how exciting your university program is. And we'll look forward to hearing more about it in the future.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. Stay with us. We are going to come back for our final segment and talk about all of the exciting things that are going on in the world of Crestview Chamber of Commerce.
Business owners, you get an idea. You want to build your brand using the most powerful advertising medium, television. You call Cox Media. They meet with you, write a script, and film a commercial. You love it. They logically target your client base by placing the ad on the proper networks. Then over 140,000 eyes watch it in Okaloosa and Escambia counties. That gets business booming. And that's how things work at Cox Media. It's smarter advertising.
On our show, Level Up, we track down all kinds of monsters that escape our favorite video game and bully their way into the real world.
Real life bullying? That's an entirely different problem.
He'll do his best to get on your nerves, but the smartest thing you can do is try and stay calm, walk away, and find a teacher or other adult. Together we can all stop bullying by speaking up.
Go to stopbullying.speakup.com to find out more.
This PSA brought to you in part by the Cox Southeast Region Diversity Council and Cox Communications.
Thanks for joining us here in our final segment of Focus on Crestview. I'm Dennis Mitchell, President of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today by our lovely and ever-popular co-host, Mary McBride, the General Manager of Okaloosa Title and Abstract.
Thank you, Dennis. It's good to be here this morning.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. We've been talking with Ashley McCullum from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University this morning. We learned a lot about their program, what a great and exciting program they had. And now we've got to get busy and cover all the things that go on in the Crestview Area Chamber for the month of April. And my goodness, it's a bunch as usual.
It is a lot. It's a lot of going on.
Well, I'll let you get started.
Okay, well, how about we talk about our April Spotlight members?
The Spotlight members.
Okay. Revive Media Services and our own Lynn Dominique, who's on the board. Such a wonderful guy.
And if you've not been to one of the Crestview Chamber's breakfasts where the entertainment is heavy, Lynn Dominique is largely responsible for that.
Let's see, he has been
everything from
dressed up for everything.
From Father Time to a pig.
I know, to a pig with a triple B. And our other spotlight is Southern Key Properties, and that is owned by Kaylin Bird. They've just recently purchased an existing real estate company up there in Crestview, and it's Southern Key Properties.
And as I remember, they won several door prizes, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They won a lot. And, this is one of our ways of, giving back to our members, of spotlighting too. Every month we draw, remember when we draw.
And if you look in the Focus magazine, you'll find a whole lot of information about both Revive Media and Southern Key.
And please do, everyone. And how about our new members in March?
Once again, a passel of them coming in. Tell us about them.
Okay, let me give you some names. Fair Colors of Florida, Home Care Solutions, Badcock Home Furniture and More.
Right down there on Main Street in Crestview.
Right on Main Street. J.D. Peacock for Clerk of Court. We have our elections coming up. Golden Asian Buffet.
Yes, I have been there once or twice. Yes.
Have you tried that?
Yes, I got my money's worth, and it was good.
Florida Paving Company of Crestview. Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I'm glad to see a rental car there. Chain Concepts Bicycle Repair.
And that's important. I'll tell you, I'm a bicyclist, as quite a few of us are. In fact, we're talking about getting a little bicycle club with the chamber and having them repaired. Big deal.
Wonderful. How about Nanny Cam?
Excellent.
I love that one. In fact, I know the girl who owns that. She's very nice. Gulf Coast Vision Center. So we had a lot this past month.
We really
a lot
did,
of
and
people.
membership is really going along nicely now.
Mm-hmm.
We have a whole bunch more coming up. I think for next month as well. We have several that are lining up for it, so it's good. Good
so
news.
it's very good.
Well, we have a whole bunch of events. We never get to cover them all, but we'll cover as many as we can.
Okay. Well, you know, the Chamber has so much to offer to our members, and beginning with the committees. So you just chime in with me, and I'm going to tell you the Health and Wellness Committee, and it meets
on the first Tuesday of every month,
there
and Allison
you go.
Broxton does a great job with that.
Absolutely. I'm going to go down the committees if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Okay. In the Military Affairs Committee, very active committee.
Mike and Betsy Roy head up our MAC program, very active, very successful. And if you're interested in it, that requires a separate joining, but see Mike and Betsy and find out if there's an opening for you.
Okay, and that's on the second Tuesday of every month at Coach and Four.
Coach and Four.
Coach and Four. Now we have Government Issues Committee.
And Ashley Rogers, Chester and Bar, always tackles the tough stuff. She has covered some great topics, so we'll look forward. That's going to be the second Wednesday.
Second Wednesday.
Second Wednesday of
There's
each
a
month.
lot of things going on that second week every month, it
Always
seems
busy.
like. Always. Okay. Now we have Membership Committee meeting.
Destin Cobb from Car Rigs and
Yeah.
Ingram, and we meet over at the
Well, they're going to meet at the Country Fish.
Country Fish and Chicken. And
yeah.
let me tell you,
Is it chicken or fish or fish and chicken?
I'll tell you what, Dusty knows how to fry fish. Trust me. That's some good.
He
good
was
eating.
really, he helped us a lot last year with the Triple B. Okay, and then we've got Arts and Culture, our Ray
Schwartz, the dynamo is always moving things.
Go in and Scholarship Committee
Pam
meeting.
Meadows, 3 scholarships this year, it looks like. That's a new record for us.
And guess why that is? We have just our events, our members, and everything are really doing well. Pilot.
Yes, Casey Dean's done a great job with that. Very
Bel Air
enthusiastic
Terrace.
bunch. Bel Air Terrace, and she has really done well. They meet at Sorball.
Yep, right downtown, right by the overpass. And then, let's see, we have ambassadors, our Dawn Mann.
Dawn Mann is really, she's put a new wrinkle in the ambassadors meetings where it's moved now to a new location every month. So we get to go visit one of our members and see what their business is like, as well as have our regular ambassadors meeting.
And we have to be careful. We used to have it the last Wednesday of every month, but now it's kind of changing somewhat because of where it's going to be. Now, this one is going to be at Career Source at Jobs Plus for this month, but it's not the last Wednesday. It's the third or fourth Wednesday. Okay, and now that about takes us there, but let's talk about our ribbon cuttings.
Well, we had a couple of them last month. We'll hit those first. We had one over at Adams Home, beautiful homes they have out there on the west side of Crestview, gorgeous neighborhood. And also we had one at King Ranch Homes, where in spite of the knee-deep water, we had a whole bunch of us had a really good time. And by the way, if you haven't been by to see that product they have, first-class product they have at King Ranch Homes. Nice.
What about the one that we went to on Friday?
We had a very unusual one, the Emerald Wildlife Refuge out there on just east of Crestview, and what a wonderful place that's turned out to be. Amanda has just done a wonderful job.
And we're talking about having them bring an animal to a breakfast.
Besides me, bring an animal. That's right.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's see. What do we have?
So our upcoming,
Business After Hours.
Business After Hours. We have one Thursday on the Thursday in April with CCB.
Yeah, I know.
And if you've not been to one of their after hours, they do a first-class job.
Beautiful bank.
Gorgeous bank right there on Highway 85, north side of town.
Right by the high school.
Derek Lott is our main guy there.
Awesome. All righty. I think I got them all.
We have one more ribbon cutting. I think we have the Hollingshead Enterprises later in the month. So
check the 25th.
Check our website, and you can check our website anytime, and you can find out where all of these things are occurring. Now, the big thing we had for the month of March into March there was the Triple B, and when I say big, I mean it was big.
Folks,
it was
more
filled.
people this year than ever.
It was packed. It's a half-a-mile-long venue, packed with people all day long. We think we had somewhere around 14,000 people show up there. It was a lot of fun.
And just think how the day started. It was projected rain. And the sunshine.
And that's why we call Christy Cadenhead Little Miss Sunshine.
There you go.
Somehow she, as the chair, she made it all happen.
She did an awesome
And we appreciate
job.
very much Okaloosa Title and Abstract letting us use your office there on Main Street
you're
as a home base
welcome.
every year. You're so kind to do that. We really had a lot of fun with the Triple B this year. We did a lot of good things. Great music and great barbecue. Absolutely outstanding.
And we only lost one competitor, but that had canceled due to the rain, I believe. And but that's okay. But it was projected rain.
We had some serious weather, but when the sunshine came out, everybody came out and had a wonderful time. So it was a great day, all the way the entire day. Gosh, I can't wait till next year.
But I'm sure that Christy Cadenhead, our chair this year, is glad it's done.
It is. Well, we had 2 stages. We had a north and a south, so we really expanded the venue considerably for that. Well, once again, the time always goes very fast for us here on our show. We have so much to cover, but we do have a website that covers every little thing you'd ever want to see going on at the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce. And so we'll ask you to make sure you stay with us for the fun and games coming up here. The month of May will be fun. That month will be sponsored by CTAP, Crestview Technical Aero Park, and Dr. Paul Shue is going to be honored, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for visiting with us today. We hope you had as much fun as we did, and we look forward to talking to you again.